15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They go play action here on first down. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He juked him and gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. I mean, he was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right. And when you think about the energy it takes to ward guys off, that's really impressive. He still managed to keep his balance and turn this into a fantastic run.
Flush to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
They'll drop the throw. Touchdown Colts. That's caught. DJ Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At their own 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Lawrence. Flushed out right. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Lawrence. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Colts.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but we think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner busting through to get him for a loss of 6. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and down he goes. Jalen Smith charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Now back to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jackson. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return, here's Agnew. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that pass puts him up over 200 yards already here in the 1st.
And what it also does is it allows the offensive coordinator to be not selective anymore, but a little looser, right? You're feeling good about things. Accurate, balls being completed, yardage is being gained. Go ahead and keep taking shots. The whole team has confidence now.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now Lawrence. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Blankenship out for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Jaguars 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Jamal Agnew. He will take this all the way. Touchdown.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as that is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Indianapolis.
These two teams all tied after one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
Now, I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
On play action, they'll throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 2 yards on the pickup there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy. Maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
6-3.
They go play action with Lawrence. He's airing it out for Williams. And this one is incomplete.
Well, their first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, box truck. Pick it up. Mike. Go.
Lawrence. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Lawrence will throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Back deep for the Colts, Nyheim Hines. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Jaguars 21. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for the field.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and very short, Lawrence. He's got it to Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Well, that ball is caught by D.J. Chark for the Jags touchdown. D.J. Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point up and through. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Campbell making the catch. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Taylor. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Back to throw again. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. This is caught by Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
2nd and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. 6. Pull it high.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. They'll get that complete to Albert O. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. That's complete. Okuegbuna. Touchdown, Jaguars. Albert O, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. Breaks a tackle. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And some room to roam now. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there on the catch and run.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Hey, Wahoo!
Now Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And even 150 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Campbell. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. On 1st down, Lawrence. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Yes. Bravo.
But to throw again is Lawrence. And not nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's a 2nd and 7. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's going to look deep for more. And got his man complete. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Taylor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it a second down.
At the Jaguars' 37-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Forced, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Colts on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now back to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On the option to give to Taylor here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
From the 10-yard line.
Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly four-down territory. He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Another tote for Etienne. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they take a knee.
Continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking, they think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jacksonville,